Hello, bleepers. How the devil are you? So, hold on. I think you're a bit smudgy. Let's just have a look. Are you better now, bleepers? No, you're not, are you? Right, that must be... Yes, it is. That's better. Oh, now the sunlight is all... Oh, come on, man. Anyway, I have been ill. I have been really ill. I've got a chest infection now. But before that, it was some horrible biblical virus. I'm not even going to go into details, but it wasn't a good experience. No, it wasn't. I mean, I did too much the week before and didn't really take care of myself, and just immune system was quite low, and then that was it. So that's why I didn't do a video last week. However, I did have an experience. So I went into the pub a couple of weeks ago now. It was on a Friday, and it was literally one of those village pubs where there is nobody. Just a fire, you know, a log fire, and beer, and just nobody in there. Really old 15th century, you know, pub. Anyway, so two people in there, and they're both like kind of like elderly. And obviously you go and get a beer, and you're like, I'm gonna have, you know, start a conversation. I'll do that anyway. I talk to everybody, I do. And so anyway, I started talking to this couple, this elderly guy who was the bartender and the bar owner as well, and this lady. And they had these like really old pictures on the wall, old, almost biblical pictures, I think. That's right, they were saints. They had some age to them, these pictures. And I was like, wow, how old are these? And he said like they were the 16th century or something. I was like, that is absolutely amazing. I was like, I've got an interest in history as well, as a metal detectorist. And he was like, he looked at this woman and he said, Maggie, isn't that the weirdest thing? And she said, that is so weird. And I said, what's that? And they said, literally 10 minutes before you walked through the door, we were saying that we really needed to find a metal detectorist. Right. This is weird. This is a weird story. Anyway, we needed to find a metal detectorist. So obviously I asked, well, you found one. Why do you need him for? She said, well, today, this lady, Maggie, had just moved down here from Essex. She had like had this really like messy divorce, lost like tons and tons of weight, was in the stables like dealing with her horses, mucking out the horses, and she lost her ring. Her ring fell into the hay in the stables. That lady just gave me a very funny look, because I am talking, of course, talking to myself. Possessed by the devil is the only explanation that can be. Anyway, so I'll get it sooner or later. So she lost her old engagement ring or wedding ring, I've forgotten, in the hay. So she said, would you be able to find that? And I'm like, yeah, I'll try, but I'm not entirely sure. Is the floor metal? You know, is it reinforced by iron girders? Is there iron nails everywhere? The house is really old. Anyway, so long story short, the weekend goes. That Tuesday, she rings me up. She said, oh, do you want to come over and like try and find this? So I shoot over there, go straight into the stables, have a rummage around for about 3 minutes, and then this happens. So, okay then. So this is the stables where I've just been looking for Maggie's gold ring. And look what we have right here. We have Maggie's gold ring. How happy are you about that?
Oh my God, that's so wonderful, Chris. Thank you so much.
No problem. I'm glad that we found it. Brilliant.
I thought I'd see it again. Thank you.
There it is. No problem. Yes, I found her ring. And she was extremely, extremely happy with that. And then she tried to offer me like money, you know, because I found her a very, very important ring. And I said, no, I'm not going to accept that, because then it becomes a job. I did a task for you and you rewarded me with money, which means effectively I did a job for you. And I didn't want to do it for that reasons. I've wanted to do it because it's such a perfect story, that the fact that I was there 10 minutes before they were talking, and then like they were looking for a metal detectorist and they found me, which is like absolutely bizarre. And sometimes, you know, it's just nice to be a stranger's angel. That sounds cheesy, doesn't it? But sometimes you just got to take the opportunity and make people go, wow, she'd had a hard time with her divorce, losing all of that weight, and just had an awful time. And that just made her, I don't know, it made her day, probably week. And I'm very happy about that because money can't buy that type of stuff, can it? Anyway, my friends, I'm going to continue being ill. And you should see me in the next video, which will be hopefully soon. All my fields over that side are all blooming seeded now, which is really, really worrying. I did them all together at the same time, so I'm going to be pushed to get content this winter. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon.